run play and the quarterback being on the same page with him, well, I thought you were going to be wide, I know what's going on. Being familiar with that, when you're sitting with the receivers, watching 7-on-7, watching the blitz, watching the team, I expected you to do this with the receivers. Well, I thought they were going to do this in coverage, so I adjusted this way. All watching together and no feelings being hurt if they're saying, I expect you to be here. And when you build that rapport, you build trust. And it's no longer is it a personal attack. It's understanding there's a bigger picture. We want to win games, and this is how we're going to win games. And Coach Jones did a great job of installing that with the coaches and then with our players, how important it is to build that rapport. And then when we're in the cafeteria, make sure you sit with a different guy every day. One thing Coach Scott has done in our offensive meeting rooms, I thought was great, is our kids sit with different players every single day, so they get to know each other on a personal basis, as opposed to, well, he's a receiver or he's a lineman. We get to know each other a little bit better. I think when you start doing those things, when a guy gets on each other, they don't take it as a personal attack, take it as, hey, we're building something here, and there's a bigger picture. And when they understand that and realize that it's all about building continuity that way, getting to know each other, a lot more trust.
Do you think these two guys understand that how much they're being watched, and how eyes are on them, and how important really everything, it's like everything they do or say is
everything they do, from the time they walk in the building, time they walk out in the cafeteria, in the hotel, all those different things are being. They come out and hang out in my office for a while. Everything's being evaluated. Everything's being talked about. We talk about them on a daily basis as coaches. Where do you see the improvement? Where do we got to get them to go? And being open enough to say, this is what I expect from you. When they come in my office, being going, this is what I expect from you this week, and not being a personal attack and understanding it's coaching better.
Quarterbacks are comfortable with all this.
Oh yeah, heck yeah, they want it. They want to know how to. They want to be the starting quarterback at the University of Tennessee. It's a global position. Who wouldn't want to know? I'd like to have every ammo in my pocket if I could. I want to make sure that my guns are full. So I want to know everything I need to do to become the starting quarterback. And they're starving for it. They want to know. So it's not something that they're shying from. They come in and we have open discussions and we talk about it, expectations and standards, and what this position actually. And what a great example we had in Josh Dobbs. I mean, to see what he did in the first game of his preseason game, and then I got a chance to get on the phone with him. We asked him some questions. We talked about his preparation. What did you do? Very similar. So I was able to repeat that to what they're doing right now. So what a great opportunity we have to be able to pick up the phone and call someone who's doing it in the National Football League and saying that he did a lot. He's doing a lot the same way he did at Tennessee. He's doing it at Pittsburgh now. So it's a great resource.
When did y'all let them know your eyes are going to be on them no matter where they are? That
Oh,
type
from
of
the
thing.
first day we got here, I'm sure that was Coach Jones said when we started the competition, going into winter conditioning, and understanding that everything's being evaluated, everything's being watched, everything that you do from the just it's maybe jogging off a field, or going and talking to someone on the sideline. I mean, commuting on the sidelines, or is it more inward focus than that instead of outward focus? It's about team.
Mike, what do you remember about Larry Scott as a player?
Oh, he was a heck of a player. He was tough. He prepared very diligently. He had great work ethic. Was a leader. We knew it in the room. I knew it in the room that I could count on him. That was one of the big things we had at South Florida was we'd be able to tell each other, I got you. You can count on me. And he'd turn back and say, you can count on me, Coach. It was one of the things that we talked about all the time. It's funny, we tell those stories all the time. In the locker room, getting ready to play a game, and we'd stand up in an offensive meeting, and I'd start with somebody, and I'd point out to him, and I'd say, Larry Scott, you can count on me. And he'd go, Coach, you can count on me. And then Larry Scott would turn to somebody else and go, Marco Blackwell, you can count on me. And Marco Blackwell would say back to Larry Scott, you can count on me. It's something that was built back then, what started, and now I know Larry can look at me and go, Coach Canales, you can count on me, and I can go right back, Larry Scott, you can count on me.
Well, you were at your alma mater at Utah State, right? Whenever you were hired to this position,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, surely that wasn't an easy decision to leave your, place where you played. I mean, how much of a factor did that relationship?
Well, being tied to Larry was something that's, we talk obviously every two times a year. And we always kept that relationship going. And when he called me up and he said, look for a quarterback coach, and he said, I know what you've done. I saw him playing your career, and it was something that was hard, obviously, because that was my alma mater, obviously. But what a great opportunity to come here and be an ambassador for Coach Jones and be an assistant coach for him. And we and I have been friends for over 20 years. So to me, it was the right thing to do. Prayed about it often, and then just realized, hey, if I get this opportunity, I'm going to take it, and it was the right thing to do.
You may have answered this earlier. Coach Jones had mentioned how Jerry Garantano maybe yesterday had his best practice. What specifically did he do well, do you think?
He was really laser focused, and his accuracy was sniper accuracy. I mean, he was on point. He was really focused in, and we talked about it before going on the field with the quarterbacks about what we wanted for the day, our objectives, our goals. And then I asked him point blank, did you accomplish it? I mean, after practice, we watched film today. Did you accomplish your objective? Did you accomplish your goal? And then we challenge him every single day. You know, it's not something, you know, hey, we go, you know, just go out and not have a plan. We have a heck of a plan. We know what we're going to do on that field. We know what our emphasis is going to be for the day. And we talk about it, you know, and it's openly. So he just seemed to have, it seemed like it just clicked, you know, and he was on point, and he was in tune to what was going on. He saw the coverage, he saw what the defenses were doing. And I think sometimes it's a process. You know, it's step A, step B, step C. And I always tell them all the time, you can't go to A to Z. It doesn't happen. You got to take B, C, D steps along the way. And it just, for some reason, it clicked. But I've seen it coming. I saw it the last couple of days that he's been here.
I'm sorry, Coach. Being a first-year coach at a place, what's that like? Obviously, this time of year, we're asking you a lot about freshmen kind of adjusting to it, but you're obviously adjusting to coming to a new city and a new program from a coach's perspective. What's that kind of like?
You know, what a great town. The community's just been fantastic and wonderful, and I appreciate all the support that they've given us. And it's an honor to be here, and I understand the tradition and the legacy that's been left here before, and the coaches that have coached here, and then the players that have come through this program. And I mentioned before, you know, walking in my door and I look up and I see Peyton Manning's picture, and then I see his advice he gave to Josh Dobbs. I know how important this program is, and I know what an important role I have in it, and I'm willing to give it everything I've got for it, you know, so I'm very honored to be here, and it's definitely on here. But, you know, I've been to great places too, North Carolina State, then the New York Jets, University of Arizona, so, you know, that part is, the transition's been good for me. I've been in that role, not as a position, but as the coordinator and whatnot, so that's been good because I don't have to worry about 50 guys. I have to worry about my 5-6 guys in my room, and I'm enjoying that part of it and just helping Larry in any way I can. The trust that we have in each other, I think is so important. But I love it here. My family loves it here. I can't wait to get all my kids out here. They're going to come out for the Georgia game, and I'll have the whole Canales out here, and it's going to be awesome to have them here. But this has been wonderful. The food's been great. The community's been great. People are just friendly as heck, and hope they stay that way.
Yeah.
How is this offense looking? Anything? Are there some bases into that South Florida? You guys had a top 5 ranked team in South Florida when you and Larry were there. Are there some elements that are going to carry over from when you and Larry were together?
I can't tell you our secrets now. I can't give you all our secrets, but there'll be some things that I'm sure that Larry will pull, and we'll look back on and go, these were really good schemes. But Larry went on to University of Miami and got some great ideas too again, and been different places, so we're able to, you know, bounce ideas off each other. But what we're going to do is what Coach Jones and Coach Scott wants us to do, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to coach it that way. But I believe what we're doing, it's going to be exciting and fun.
I was going to say the collaboration. You haven't been head coach, coordinator. Now Larry, he's been head coach. Butch, what's that collaboration been like? I mean, not to be too much of a fly on the wall, but how does it go in there? I mean,
oh, it's awesome. We bounce ideas off each other. You know, obviously the head man has that final call, and what he says we do. I love it. I'm a soldier. You know, I'm a guy that wants to buy in. I love this thing. You know, and it's what you do. It's loyalty. You know, it's loyalty to him and to this program, this university, and loyalty to Larry. You know, and if they say we're going to do this, we throw ideas out at each other, and it's nothing personal, and you just try to make the best of what you got, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to take our players and play to their strengths, and find whatever we do in terms of offense. So I know what we're doing, but in terms of what we're doing, it's going to be good, guys. It's going to be fun.
Coach, you mentioned things you have to. Sorry. Okay. You mentioned things you have to worry about in college football with quarterbacks being so quick to transfer. How much of a issue or discussion point is that to make sure these guys are happy and they're not having outside influences thinking about bringing them away from program if they don't get a chance to play?
Sure. You know, it's something that always in people, I'm sure, in the back of people's mind. But I believe there's no greater quarterback coach out there who will coach my guys than me. And I'm honest with you. I say, you find anybody that coaches you like I do, and they won't find it. And I guarantee they won't find it because I give them everything I've got, 110% every single day. I'm here to develop them and make them the best quarterback can be at the University of Tennessee, and if God bless them with that opportunity to go on the National Football League. And they know my background. They know I've had guys that have gone to the National Football League, so they trust and believe in me. And the way I coach, they will not find it. So we don't talk about that word. We just don't talk about it. It's nothing I'm interested in talking about. You know, it's something that, you know, obviously people like to talk about, but I'm here to coach those guys because I know this. I'm going to coach them hard. I'm going to coach them fair. But no one's going to love them like I love them. Just won't.
But even if you don't talk about it, it's something that's real in college football today.
So it's real. You see it happen all over the country.
Yeah.
Well, then you got to make sure that relationship is strong.
Right.
And understand they're a snap away. Whether it's starter or backup, they got to be ready to play. And all of them got to be ready to play.
What have you picked up on with Butch in terms of